Welcome along to today's live surgery session, guys. I'm going to be talking about chatbots today, how to build them from scratch and train it on a real business and deploy it to a web page. Okay, so it's really, really important to have tools like this, especially today, as customers want to have instant replies when they make an inquiry. Otherwise, they just end up going somewhere else. Okay, so you can use it in your business or you can use it in your clients' businesses. Now, within the ultimate business system, we go to AI agents within the system, and we then click on conversation AI. I'm going to show you this. Now, we have got previous videos that show you how to build voice AI bots, and the process is very similar. So we're not going to labor over putting together a whole host of coding for this or giving it guardrails, because I would assume you know how to do that. And if you don't, you can go back to a previous video and reference it from there, because there's loads of videos about that go into a lot of detail. Okay, so you want to click on conversation AI. And you'll see it then opens up into a bit of a dashboard where we can see loads of fields, total unique contacts, actions triggered, total book appointments booked, time saved, and unique contacts to display over here. Now, because we haven't got a live bot in this demo account, you won't be able to see any of the statistics. But to create a bot is very simple. You can either go to create a bot up here, or you go to your agents list and see the agents that are currently in deployment and modify one if you've already got one there, right? But we're going to create one today. So we're going to click on create a bot. And now you are presented with two options. You are presented with a prompt-based bot or a flow-based builder, okay? Now, the flow-based builder is for more advanced lead capturing and nurturing involving complex logic and conditions, okay? Now, we're not going to worry too much about that, but it works very much so like a ManyChat flow, okay? So if this, then that, okay? That's the way that the flow builder works. I'm not going to worry too much about that today. We're actually going to go with a prompt-based bot, okay, because it will be something that we can get up and ready for a client very, very quickly. So to create a new bot, we would click on create new bot, and then it then asks us for a couple of different options that we should choose. Okay, so we can either have a general question and answer bot, an appointment booking bot, so to book appointments in, and we can also leverage marketplace templates, which means other people that have built bots that are really successful at what they do, you can buy them from the UBS marketplace and have them installed into your platform, which we don't need to worry about right now. Now, you may or may not see that. If you're not an agency admin and it's not open to you, you probably will not see it, but there are ways to activate that for you. However, what I am doing is I'm showing you how to fish so that you can go and fish for yourselves and create your own bots. They do not take long, and you'll probably be better at doing it your way rather than a generic way that somebody else has done, because it would revolve around their business, okay? And we can also start from scratch. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to build a general Q&A bot, okay? But the other processes, the other two, remain pretty much largely the same, okay? So click on continue, and we're going to give our bot a name. We're going to give it Vish Q&A demo. Oh, can't have special characters, so we'll call it Q&A demo. Now, bot status. Choose the bot's operating mode. We basically decide whether the bot replies on autopilot, on automatically trained data, or suggestive. It suggests prompts within the window. The main difference is this: a suggestive bot will suggest a little rectangle of text that it will have as a suggested reply, which the user can choose from. Or the bot can reply on autopilot. I find that the autopilot bots just work better because they're more conversational based. We can then select which channels we will support this on: SMS, Instagram, Facebook, chat widget, live chat, and WhatsApp. I'm going to keep all of them open for the time being, but you can take all of them out and just leave live chat on if you wanted to have it on live chat, or WhatsApp, or Facebook, or whatever, okay? So we're going to keep this open here. Now, we don't have to fill this in, but we can do if we want to. The advanced settings to fine-tune our bot's behavior are putting in the business name, which is our default location name, which is the Internet Business School, and the wait time before responding, 2 seconds. And it gives the user a chance to type out or carry on typing after they've asked a question. And it also shows that the bot is thinking about responses. We can limit the maximum messages a bot can send, so conversations are kept succinct. And we can also allow the bot to respond to images, voice notes, or when the bot's in sleep, we can send manual messages and a workflow message, i.e. if you have the bot sleeping during non-business hours, which is not what you'd want to do, you can have manual messages respond or have it respond with manual messages during business hours, i.e. gives you the option to respond to live chat messages. We're going to create a bot today, so we're not going to worry too much about that. We're going to leave this open as per default. And response settings. Enable response style settings. What does that mean, Vish? If I hover over here, it shows you that you can select how detailed your AI responses should be. So let's open this box up. We can have a concise style or a detailed style or a balanced style. Now, I like to keep this in the middle of the road because I want to make sure that the bot is balanced in its responses to the clients. You don't want it to be too concise and you don't want it to be too detailed. So you want to keep it in the middle and just keep it in the middle by turning it off. I want to show you that it's available so you are aware of what all the options are. Okay. That is literally what it takes to set the bot up from the initial start of that sequence. Now, if I save this, I'm then able to go to the bot training section. Now, over here, we can add a knowledge base trigger. What are knowledge bases? Knowledge bases are bases of knowledge that the bot can scrape and go through to build up information on how to reply to people's questions. Now, we have already created some previous knowledge bases in here. You can see the demo ones that I've got here, Internet Business School, etc., etc. And we can also choose how we want the bot to respond. I use this knowledge base when the user asks about pricing and discounts. Cool. That means you can have multiple knowledge bases in there, right? You can have a knowledge base for pricing, a knowledge base for general information, etc., etc. And in fact, if I go cancel and click on knowledge base up here, you can see that all the knowledge bases are here. I can actually create a new one by clicking on create knowledge base. And I will give this one a name. We're going to call it Vish Q&A demo. Put a description in if I want to, and click on add. You'll see that it creates it. It takes me through to that screen. Now, we have a couple of different options to create a knowledge base. Web crawler, are you putting in a URL? FAQs, rich text tables, file upload. You can do that right now if I wanted to. And this is what I've done previously. I've created a knowledge base for the Internet Business School. If I go back, I can show you Internet Business School one is over here. Click on edit. You can see that we've actually given it a link to scrape. Okay, so it's scraped to the website. And that's all I would have done over here by clicking on this one, by adding in a web address. I would have gone and scraped it. But I don't need to do it because I've already got that generated for me. Okay, so it was done quite a while ago, on the 4th of June, 2025. Yes, about a month ago, it was created. So we're going to keep that intact there, okay? Let's go back to Conversation AI. Go back to our agents list and go to Vish Q&A demo. We'll go back to bot training. We're going to use that bot, the Internet Business School bot, over here. We're going to click on save. You can select multiple ones as well if you wanted to. Just click on save. And you can now see that this is the trigger. Don't want to click on save immediately. Let's give it instructions, okay? Use this knowledge base when the user asks for information about Internet Business School. Click on save, and you see that the instructions have been added in. Now we can test it. What is the Internet Business School? Should come back with an answer. Internet Business School is a training provider focused on teaching people how to start and grow online businesses. Perfect. Grab that straight from the website. So I know that is accurate, and that test has proved bountiful for us. So I'm okay to continue. I'm going to click on bot goals. Is going to say I haven't saved it, but the save button was grayed out. So I'm just going to click on save over here. There's a bit of an error or an anomaly with that, a glitch, some people would call it. So that's how we would have to proceed in this instance. When I go to bot goals, we can define what the outcome is, and we can also choose the LLM models. You can add keys in and stuff like that if you wanted to, but I just keep it on 4.1. It's a great model to use. Doesn't incur too much charges as well. Now, here's where the prompt goes in. So what he built one for me. You are a bot for AI business name. We are the Internet Business School. So I'm going to change this over to the Internet Business School. Business School. Tasks to assist customers. Your primary goal is to build trust and help out the customers by referencing our wiki. Wiki is basically just your knowledge base. Okay. You cannot help with booking appointments, appointment cancellations, rescheduling. Let the customer know you cannot help them with appointments. That's fine. Okay. If I wanted to allow that to happen, I would then change that and install that line into the personality, saying it would then help with appointment bookings, cancellations, etc., etc. The goal is what the bot should strive to do, which is to assist the customer with their queries and any additional information we have at the bottom. Conversation guidelines as you go here, how the bot should behave. Maintain a casual, purposeful, and concise tone. Mirror the customer's language and manner of speaking. Be all attentive and thorough whilst talking to the customer. Just general stuff. This already populates it for you. You don't need to do anything about this. Okay? You can change the spellings over if you're based in the UK to the S's as opposed to the Z's. But apart from that, you don't really need to do much, okay? Tells it to be brief and concise. And we can also set up any actions off the back end, okay? We can transfer, do a human handover if they want to speak to a human, etc., etc. Are you guys with me so far? Type a Y in the chat box if you are, please. Chat a Y if you follow up until now. Great, so no questions so far. Now, you can set up human handovers and transfers if you wanted to. Generally, because we would mostly have the bot handle out of hours queries, you probably wouldn't want it to transfer or have a human handover. But you can get it to trigger a workflow so that somebody in the morning can then come back and connect with that person, okay? But that's advanced, so I'm not going to set that up right now. Question from Mark is the knowledge base important to have in the first place? Yes, it is, because you need to define context for your agent. To tell it what it will be answering. Otherwise, what's the agent going to rely on? The agent needs to have information, okay? So it's very important to put the knowledge base in. You've got a website already. It's great. Put the website in there. It will scrape it from the website and it will figure out what you do and answer questions from the website. And as you are putting your chatbot on the website, on your website, potentially, that would be the best place to grab your knowledge from. So once we do that, we just click on save. See the bot has been saved. And now we've created our first chatbot. Go to dashboard. We can see all the same statistic frames. There's nothing in there because the chatbot hasn't gone live. But how do we go live, Vish? That's the question. How do we get this out into the open? Well, very, very easy thing to do. If we go to sites and we click on chat widget over here, we have to create a widget that we can place on our website. So we'll click on new. And we will have live chat. You have loads of different options, but because we're going to place this on our website, we're going to click on live chat. Now, you get a whole host of options to program in here, essentially, okay? Now, we're going to keep it as sticky so it stays in the bottom right-hand corner of the page, and we can change the appearance of it. So we can give it a color scheme, give it an icon and a logo. We can have the chat icon change, okay? Loads of different things we can do. We can keep it as a chat because we want to signify that it's a back and forth. It's a chat that takes place. We can change the theme, change the color of it. If we wanted to match the color and the theme of our website or our branding, we can do that here. And we can type in a question. Hi there. I am the internet. Oops. Really simple. Just changed it and it's already saved it in there, right? Perfect. We can have a custom greeting as well. So how it responds from the original set point of your conversation. Hi, welcome back. Name, Vish. How can we help you today? Okay. Just leave that blank. We don't need to do anything else. We can also customize the position of the widget. Bottom right-hand corner, top left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner, mid right-hand side, top right, middle left. But I like to keep it in the bottom right because people are used to having it there. Okay. So people are used to having that in the bottom right corner. We can also change the dimensions of it, but we don't need to do that. And we can also change the image that's displayed of the person there. We can call it IBS AI agent. Okay, so we know who it is. Perfect. Now you realize you can't click on save just yet. So we need to go to chat window And we can change other things in here. We don't need to change anything with title and intro. You can do if you wanted to, but you can have a chat title window change here, so it changes what's on top. Intro message can also change as well. And contact form options, what you want to collect. We can also put email in here as well to collect if you wanted to do that. And then the button at the bottom, just send, normal is fine. Once the live chat has been assigned, i.e., it's been picked up, you can have it request a contact form be filled in, but we don't need to worry too much about that right now. You do that, it just enables that in the bottom over there, as you can see. Okay. What we really need to worry about here, after you've gone through live chat close, i.e., when it's closed because of inactivity, or when it's closed because of office hours. And these are picked up from your account. When you click on the button, you can actually set them from here as well. Okay. What's really important is to actually program in your URL. It won't let you save this without a URL. Okay. So we would just type in the Internet Business School URL over here, and you'll see that this has now been activated for us. Keep consent checkbox for HIPAA selected. It automatically selects the opt-ins for you, and we'll click on save. And it now says our chat widget has been saved successfully. Quick question from Rob. Rob, it says, can I deploy to a WordPress site? Yes, you can do. You click on that. It's a different process. I'm not going to go through it right now, but you can go through and click through on that and actually have it deployed onto a WordPress site. We're going to display this on a GHL site. So all I want to do is go to click get code. It generates the code for me. So all I'm going to do is copy the code, and it gives me the instructions. Copy this code in the body or footer section of your website. So we'll copy that, and we're going to go back to our website. Now, we have created one previously. If I go to funnels and go to Vish tested funnel website, same thing in GHL. I click on Vish test. Let's just create a new page, call it chat demo. Click on create. It's created it. We're just going to create it from blank. Just takes a moment for it to kind of go through the motions of setting that page up. Once it's done, goes into the builder, and we're just going to insert an element over here just to make sure that we know what page it is. Okay. Now, remember that code? We need to paste it into our page. So we're going to go into custom, sorry, not custom CSS. We are going to go into tracking code. We have two options of tracking code, header and footer. I'm going to place it in footer over here. There's the code. I'm going to click on save. Now I'm going to click on publish. It's going to ask me for a domain to attach it to. So let's just use that as a demo. You can see that it is now attached to a page. Now, if I preview this by clicking on the link, page is live and the chatbot is in the bottom right-hand corner. If I click on it, it opens it up, sends you a question below, and a representative will get right back to you. Hi. It's going to assign someone. Shouldn't take a minute. Oh no. I think we did the chat the other way around. Give me 1 second. Let's go chat widget. Let's go back to edit. Chat window. Live chat assigned. Yeah, it's fine. Live chat business hours, additional options. Messaging, what did we do, Vish? Oh yeah, we need to make our primary rock. That's what we haven't done. Okay, let's just go back one step. So we go back. Don't need to save it right now. It's okay. Make sure nothing's happening in here. Yep, nothing's happening in there. Go back to our chatbots over in AI agents. Go to our conversation AI. Go to our agent list and click on set as primary. There we go. Well, yep, that's fine. Perfect. Do a Q&A pilot. Autopilot should be fine now. Let's just close that down. We'll go back to sites. We'll get this up and ready and working for you. And we'll show you that it is working. It's quite simple to do so. Just preview the page, go back, say hi. There we go. It's now the primary bot and it's now talking to our customers. You know, ask us probably what we need help with. Does take a couple of seconds. Hey there, what can I help you with today? What is the Internet Business School about? Same question we asked earlier on. There we go. Internet Business School is all about teaching people how to start, grow, and scale online businesses. We cover digital marketing, e-commerce, and practical business strategies. What details on specific courses? No, I don't. I'm good, thank you. But we are showing that the bot is working perfectly well. And that's how easy it is to get your own chatbot or a chatbot for your customer set up and deployed onto a website. It doesn't take very long. And it becomes easier if you have more information. So if you have websites you can scrape, or documents or text you can post in there, FAQs, etc., then your bot has information ready to rock and roll with. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Rob has asked a question. Seemed a bit slow to respond. Yes, Rob. Would you like it to be instantaneous? Because that's not how AI works. It has to process it. And it took about 2 seconds for it to respond. It waits 2 seconds, then it thinks about it, then it responds. If we lessen down the wait time, then it can respond a little bit quicker. But you wouldn't want your bot to respond instantaneously because it will give out answers that aren't correct. You're not giving it a chance to research or think about what the process is. It's still a bit of technology and it needs time to work through that. Okay. It also, when it is chatting, it shows the chat bubbles that are going in there. So they are designed and they've been tested for many, many years on live chats to keep people engaged whilst you're responding to them whilst the AI is responding to them. So it's all geared around that. But you can lessen the time down for responses and it will respond a little bit quicker, but it's not going to be instantaneous. It's not a human. Even with humans, you're probably waiting a bit longer for them to write out that response. Cool. That's how easy it is. Great. Okay. So any questions before we move on to the final part of the session? Nope. El perfecto. That is how simple it is to get a chatbot up and running for your business or for your client's business. Okay. And it's important to bear in mind that there are a lot of inverted commas gurus that are out there that are sharing information that is actually quite complicated in its nature, and it doesn't need to be complicated. Okay. Bots are very easy to set up. You have a technology platform at your disposal with the Ultimate Business System that allows you to do so quickly and painlessly for yourselves and your clients. Okay. So utilize it. If you haven't done so, go to the link, go to UBS-30 days, bit.ly/UBS-30 days, and sign up for your free 30-day trial for the Ultimate Business System. Because it's very important that you have that. You can test it out. It's free for you to use. You should be messing about with it and creating stuff and getting stuff launched in there. It's a great sandbox to have. And if you haven't already done so, go to the YouTube page, like and follow the page, subscribe to the page so that you're able to see this and all the other recordings we post up on a weekly basis. Go straight up on there. Okay. If you don't have any other questions, I think it's a great place to end this week's live surgery session. So if you have any questions about how to create a chatbot and put it onto a web page, please ask them now. If not, it's been a great session to host for you today. This also showed you how easy it is to get a chatbot live. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you for coming to today's session. Mark, if we use this chatbot creation through IBS, UBS, I presume we get training. Yep, this is your training. This is how you get the chatbot up and running. Showing you how to do that from zero to deployment. Thank you, Keith. Hopefully you guys can try it out soon as well. Perfect. Thank you so much for attending today's session, guys. Have a lovely week. If you are in the UK, stay cool, stay hydrated. It is a hot week. But if there are no more questions, I will end today's session. It's been great to host this week's session with you. Thank you.